Hello YouTube family, welcome to Peggy Jo's Kitchen and welcome to my channel. I hope all is doing well today. Today I will be cooking some mustard greens, and my husband and I, we kind of tag team when it comes to cooking mustard greens. In the video you'll see him picking the greens, and then I will take over and wash the greens and then cook the greens. So stay tuned and I'll show you all the ingredients while I'm cooking the greens. Be right back. Okay, YouTube family, I have Mr. Man picking my mustard greens for me that I'm going to be cooking. We usually do a tag team. He does all the picking, and then I'll come behind him and I'll wash the greens and cook the greens.
I'm a mustard picker from way back.
Yeah, he just loves mustard greens, so he'll pick a whole bushel if I ask him to.
There's a technique. Grab it in the bottom, pull it, snap it. That way you don't get all that stem in there.
So we have about 6 bunches that I'm going to be cooking. He picked some earlier, and those are already washed and put away. And so I picked up a couple more bunches to add to it, so we can make sure that we have enough. I'll be throwing none of them greens away now.
Only the good stuff. The omega. Voila. There you go. Nice and neat.
All right. Thank you, baby.
You will.
Okay, so now it's my turn. I come in and I wash them. See, I have my little sign here. Tommy lets me know that they're still dirty. So whenever I'm done, then we turn it over and it shows that they're clean. Because he may get up early in the morning and do the greens for me. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get some salt and put down in the water and continue to wash them. All right, let's sprinkle a little salt in the water. So we'll douse them a few times and put them over in the other side. And then we'll run some more clean water and wash them again. I probably will wash these about 4 times. They're not that bad. And you want to make sure that you don't see any sand down in the bottom of your sink once your water drains out. Okay, so you see, all of this is sand. You don't want to see any of that once your greens are cleaned. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean this side out. Rinse it out really well. And you want to wash your greens in cool water. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop it up and fill it up with some more water. And put our greens back in this side for the second washing. Okay, so now you want to go in and rinse your other side out. And let's wash these greens again. Sprinkle some more salt. Give them a good swish swash. Transfer them in the other side. And we're going to go off camera and finish washing the greens. And I'll bring you back when it's time to cook them. Okay, YouTube family, it's time to go ahead and start cooking our mustard greens. And so what I'm going to do is turn my stove on. I'm going to put it on probably like a medium high. And once this pot heats up, I'll go ahead and saute the vegetables that I have cut up, and that's garlic, onion, bell pepper, and celery. And then once we get that sauteed, then we will go ahead and put our ham hocks, which I've already cooked down and taken all the fat off. That fat ring that you see that's usually on ham hocks, I've taken that off. So now all we have is the lean meat and some bone. And the liquid that came off of the ham hocks is in this. And what I did, I put it in the refrigerator and let it gel so we can go ahead and skim this fat off and discard of it. We can leave a little bit in there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a little bit down in my pot so that I can saute the vegetables in. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm skimming it off. Okay, and let's go ahead and put some down in the pot. And so all of this fat came off of it, off the ham hocks. Okay, let's go ahead and put our vegetables down in there. Go ahead and get this sauteed down. Okay, so I think it's sauteed down enough. And now we're going to go ahead and put our ham hocks along with the bone. The bone has flavor in it as well. And it'll also help to cook the greens because the bones will heat up too. Okay. So now we'll go ahead and put our liquid, which has, like I say, turned to a gel after I cooled it off in the refrigerator. So we're going to let this come up to a nice boil, and then we'll start adding our mustard greens. Let's go ahead and turn it up. And we have some nice pieces of lean meat down in the pot. There's a chunk of lean meat there. There's another chunk. So we have quite a bit of nice lean meat. Okay, so let's go ahead and let that come up to a boil. Okay, so before it comes to a high boil, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle my seasonings. I'm going to sprinkle some once I put the greens in too. But I want to sprinkle some before it starts to get too much steam, and then your bottles will the holes in the bottles will kind of clump up a little bit. So you want to go ahead and do that. Okay, put a little black pepper. I'm going to put some red crushed pepper chips down into the water, or should I say broth. Okay, now let's go ahead and put some cracked Himalayan pink salt. Let's stir it in. And now we're going to go ahead and start putting our greens in. A handful. And let's go ahead and sprinkle some seasoning on top of the greens. And they're going to cook down, then I can start adding more to the pot. A little bit more seasoning salt. Okay, let's get it down in the water so that they can start to kind of shrink down. Okay, let's get another handful. And more spices. Okay, let's get another handful. Okay, so you guys get the gist of it. I'm going to go ahead and season these, and then I'll put the top on them and let them cook down, and then I'll put the rest of my greens down in there. Okay, let's go ahead and put a little bit more seasoning. So what we did was, on every handful of greens, we seasoned them. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get the rest of them and put them in, and I'll show you what they're looking like when I come back. Okay, so I have all 6 bunches, and they're cooked down in the pot. And now we'll go ahead and season the top part. I'm going to put some pepper chips. I think that'll be enough. Some garlic powder, onion powder, seasoning salt, let's just kind of taste the water for salt, and that's plenty of salt. So we'll go ahead and put just a little bit of black pepper on them. Okay, let's go ahead and top it up again and let them cook down. All right, so the greens have been cooking for about 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and stir them around. They're cooking down really nicely. Now it depends on how tender your greens are for the cook time. And so you'll have to be your own judge about that. But I'll tell you how long it took me to cook mine, to cook them down tender once they're done. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover it back up again. Just let them continue to cook. Easy peasy. Okay, let's go in and check our greens again. This time we're going to go down to the bottom and bring those to the top. Let's do that all the way around. And now spread them back out again. Okay. Scrape all this down that's on the side. All right, let's cover them up again. Continue to cook. Okay, so now it's been about 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and check our greens again. This time I'm going to make sure that they're tender, and I may have to add just a little bit of sugar if the greens are kind of bitter. So I'm going to taste those. Yep, it's hot, but my hands can stand it. They're still kind of chewy. So we're going to give it a little bit more time to cook. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and add that little bit of sugar I was talking about. Because the greens are just a tad bit bitter. And so the sugar should balance that out. Okay. So So we'll let them cook for about another 15 minutes and then they should be done. Okay, so let's check our greens again. And what's happening is the water is starting to cook down. So as the water cooks down, this seasoning will be concentrated more into the greens. So you'll start to get a lot of flavor into your greens when your liquid starts to cook away. And as you can see, let's get a spoon here. I have some nice pieces of meaty ham hocks. Look at there. And remember what I said, I took all the fat, that ring of fat that you normally have on ham hocks, I took all of that off. And so all we have now is some nice lean meat. Okay. So let's go ahead and taste it again. And see what we have. See how tender the greens are. I'm trying to get just a small piece there. Let's go ahead and let that cool off some. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this little bowl right here so I can get it cooled off. Okay, so just a little bit more sugar. And that's it. Just go ahead and turn them over. And to me, they're nice and tender. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them off. And we'll come back later on and we'll give them a taste test. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dish up some of the mustard greens. And off camera, I added a bag of fresh spinach. So the dark greens that you see down in the pot are the spinach leaves. And I'm gonna put some ham hocks. So I just have a small bowl. I'm gonna taste it. I'm not gonna eat much this evening. Okay. So let's go ahead and taste it. Okay, so now it's time to taste the greens. I know they're kind of spicy because I added some red pepper chips to it. Let's go ahead and taste them. They're good. Really spicy, but good. And the ham hocks that I used, it's a seasoned ham hock. And they're really flavorful, should I say. Let's taste it again. All I need with this is some hot water cornbread. And tomorrow, I'm going to be making me some, and I'll do a video of the hot water cornbread so you guys can see. And the greens will be really, really tasty tomorrow. Comment down below and let me know What type of greens do you all like? Do you do a mixture of the mustard and turnips along with the turnip bottoms? That's normally how I cook mine. Do you like collard greens? Do you like cabbage? Or do you do spinach? And what do you cook with yours? Do you do hot water cornbread or do you make regular cornbread? Those are some things I would like to know what you guys do. So please comment down below. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.